Okay, and today we're down at a local urban woods close to where I live, and we're looking for blackberries. We've just gotten into September, and the last time I come here about 10 days ago, it wasn't a great deal. So I'm going to see if there's more today. There's a few there. There's quite a few spots on this site, so I'm going to walk down further into the site. And this is something I do every year, and this year we're going to make blackberry cider, which is a lovely drink, very cheap to make, doesn't cost a great deal, and will see you well through the winter and into the spring. So lovely morning here in the north of England. Let's go down and see what we can find. Okay, so we're further down into the site, and there's as you can see, there's plenty here, so we're going to get probably more than enough what we need today to make the blackberry cider. And again, it's a beautiful morning, and this little woods is it's in quite a heavily built up urban area. It's about 5 minutes away from where I live, and there's all sorts of stuff to crop from here. There's tons of blackberries, as you can see. There's wild comfrey for your garden. There's elderberries, and I think there's some fungus in the woods. So I'm going to get on with picking these berries. Okay, so I've been picking for about 20 minutes, and we've got our pound of blackberries there. So just going to have another few more minutes and pick a few more, and then I'm going to go home and start the process of making blackberry cider. It's a lovely drink, so I'll catch up with you very soon. Very quiet down here today, except the sound of the birds and distant traffic. Okay, so after I picked the blackberries, I brought them home and I froze them. And freezing's always a good thing to do when you're making wines, or particularly for this blackberry cider thing. You want the fruit to break down as much as possible, and freezing helps to do this. So we've got just over a pound, probably about 525-50 grams frozen blackberries in the jam pan, and we've got just over 12 ounces of sugar. So we're going to pour the sugar in, try and get it, sort of spread it about over the fruit as much as possible, and then basically we're going to cover this up and leave it to defrost, and leave the sugar to start working its way through the blackberries. So we'll come back in a few hours and then we'll carry on. Okay, so we've come back to it about 5 hours later, and the blackberries have all melted and the sugar's started to work its way through. So what we're going to do now, we're going to add 1.5 pints of cold water. And then we're going to put it on a low light. We want to bring it to the boil slowly, and then we're going to switch it off. So that's where we're up to for the moment. And as the mixture slowly starts to boil, we're just getting this stainless steel spoon, and we're crushing the blackberries a little bit, trying to get the maximum flavour out of them and the sugars that we can. Right, so this has been simmering for about 5 minutes or so, and as soon as it's boiled, we're going to cover it, and then we're going to leave it overnight, and then extract the juice tomorrow and add the apple juice. Okay, so we left this blackberry and sugar solution overnight, and for the next minute or so, I'm going to get my hand in there. I'm going to crush all the berries and get the remaining juice out. Of course, remembering to give your hands a damn good wash before you put the hands in the fruit. You don't want to pass anything into your brew. So we're going to do this till it's all broken down, and then we're going to add the apple juice before filtering it into a demijohn. Okay, so we've mashed all the berries up by hand, and I've started adding 3 litres of apple juice Incidentally, I bought the cheapest one available. These were from Aldi, and I think they were about 50 odd pence. You can use more expensive apple juice or your own apple juice if you have an orchard or apple trees. But this is a cheap version that I'm doing. It's affordable for people getting into homebrew. And there we go. We've had we put 3 1 litre cartons in. So now we're going to filter this into a demijohn. Right then, so we've siphoned all the juice off into a sterilised demijohn, and then we've put an airlock in the top, and inside there there's a level teaspoonful of yeast nutrient and a level teaspoonful of French cider yeast. So just going to leave that now, keep an eye on it, and with any luck it should be ready to drink by Christmas. Thanks for watching.